Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the pre-launch preview of Isograft. This is William, the head marketing officer. We are now going to have our CEO and founder of Isograft, Mr. Tionge Mfune, to present to us the latest product of Isograft. Mr. Tionge, is now your turn.
Afternoon, everyone. For starters, I would like to thank you so much for your time. I know for our busy people and for you to take time to actually look into this, we really appreciate. My name is Tionge Mfune. As William said, I am the CEO and founder of Isograft. Yes, over the past 5 years, we as Isograft have dedicated ourselves to solving one problem. This problem has to do with accommodation, basically how students find accommodation. Through our platform, which is isograft.com, we've actually managed to do this. We've made it easier now for students to find accommodation, so they no longer have to move around to find a boarding house. They simply go to our platform and they're able to find various boarding houses from different locations, especially in Lusaka. So today what we're doing is we're unveiling the updates that will be coming out on the 31st of March. Yes, so this update we believe is actually going to make finding accommodation a thing of the past. So you no longer have difficulties finding accommodation. What makes this update so different? That's obviously the question. What makes us so confident that this update is definitely going to solve this problem? It's mainly because of how it's handling space update. You see, when we launched, our biggest problem over the past few years has been mainly knowing which particular boarding house is available at a particular time. So the way that this was done initially was by calling the boarding houses one-on-one to check up on it. So what we've done with Isograft Reimagined is we focused on that problem and we've made it easier for students to know exactly which boarding house in particular has got space. How we've done this is added to Isograft. So this is going to be the new Isograft. Yes, it's built off the old features. So basically everything that you are able to do in the previous version, you're able to do here, except we've added a few tweaks in and we've made it more simpler. Yes, so before I go to demonstrating to you how this looks like, yes, how this product itself as an update is going to solve the problem is through the additions of what we're calling homes and the house manager. So with Isograft Homes, what we've done is we are now allowing users to log into their particular homes. So you're able to log in to say, okay, this is where I'm staying, and yeah, this is the room that I'm staying in. By doing this, it gives Isograft accurate information on which spaces are occupied by these students. And as you can see, that information is then relayed back to Isograft, and we're able to say, oh, okay, for this particular boarding house, this person stays in this room, this person stays in this room, and we're able to know exactly what's available, thereby instantly giving the information that someone in need might need. Apart from this, we are adding in the house manager. So this one is more focused on the house owners themselves. There will be a demonstration for this, I think, in the next week or so, mainly for the house owners. Oh, sorry, yes. Okay, someone raised their hands. You can unmute yourself so that maybe there's an error there. Are you able to hear me?
Hello?
Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Just going back to your previous slide, at what point do the students log in exactly where they are staying? Is it when they are looking for the boarding house or after they have settled in?
Oh, okay. So basically, the way that you can think of it now in the way that we're doing it is we're going to have three main features, if you can think of it that way. We're going to have Isograft, which is the platform that everyone has been using for the past few years. So this one is still going to stay the same. It's basically going to allow you to make your booking. So let's say you come here, you're allowed to make an account here or log in if you have an account. So this version of Isograft will only available to those people that have an account or want to create one. Yeah, so you go through the walkthrough and you're guided through it. And then finally you get to the explore, where you find your boarding houses. So just like you initially used to do it. So once you view this particular boarding house, we're actually allowing you to now book it from the site. So once that booking is made, you are led to what we're calling Isograft Home. So when you book this particular boarding house, that's when you end up being at this page, which we are calling Isograft Home. So the way that you log into your home in particular is through two ways. Number one, through Isograft, where you book the boarding house, and also through just the home page. So let's say you're already in the boarding house and you don't need to book one. This page here allows you to actually log into a particular boarding house. So in my case, I'm logged into this particular house, Panther. So while I'm logged in here, I'm actually able to see a number of things about the house and actually make my payments directly from here. I don't know if that answers the question.
Yes, it does. Thanks.
Okay. Yes. So as I was saying, our main focus is on homes and the house manager. So the main point of this presentation is to highlight how this is a solution. So basically, this becomes a solution because on one end, you've got the users who are logged into this house, into this home, let's say Panther. So if I'm logged into Panther, Isograft knows to say, okay, a particular room in Panther is occupied by Chiogem Fude. And in that case, it will show Panther as unavailable. I don't know if it's clear to see how the space update issue is being tackled with under this update. Added to the homes itself, we actually have the house manager. So the house manager is, as I said, is for the boarding house owners themselves. So even them themselves now are able to put in the students who will be staying in that particular boarding house. So let's say I own a boarding house and there are 20 students. If I'm using the house manager, I will list down to say, oh, okay, these are the students that are staying in my boarding house. And even the payments themselves, I'll be able to accept them through it. So by using the house manager and using Isograft Homes, the information that is provided to you guys as a student is more accurate. You no longer need to call the boarding house to find what's available. You'll be able to know there and then. Yes, so let's just take a look at a few features that we've added in to actually make Isograft better apart from this tool. So as you can see, the homepage has changed drastically. So we've highlighted how to use Isograft itself. We've highlighted the universities that currently are working with Isograft, and we've added a notice to describe to you exactly what our vision is, which is to make the students' life easier. From here, let's say you're a new user, and you'd have to create an account. If you already have an account, you don't need to create a new account. So from here, you go to a walkthrough. That's if you actually don't have an account. The walkthrough just guides you on how to get the best out of Isograft. That's one thing that was complained about because most people did not know exactly how to use it. So we've clearly defined it to say, hey, if you want to do this, you do this. If you want to do that, you do that. After you've read through the walkthrough, you land yourself to the home page. So the home page is simply has been redesigned to add a few of our colors in there. So what we're doing is simply the same thing. You're allowed to search for a boarding house, or you're allowed to search for what you're looking for. The advantage of this one is we've gone a bit deeper. So we're now allowing you to actually search for multiple people. So let's say if I'm going there with my young sister and I'm actually there also with other people, I'm allowed to actually have this searched out. So you can see how more effective it is, because now not only is it searching for one particular space, but it's searching for multiple. So groups of people can use one account and they're actually able to have to find what they're looking for. And this neat button here just tells Isograft to say, oh, hey, I actually want these spaces to be in the same house. So let's say you're with your young sister and you really want them to be with you. So you click on this button and it will display to you the houses that are available. Down here, we just have a few tips on how to use it. The most notable of them is the request feature. So most of you keep on coming to us to look for particular things. So this is where you're going to be putting those things now. And then us as Isograft, we're going to have a dedicated team that's going to handle those requests. If it means finding new boarding houses, whatever it might be, we are definitely going to handle it through this request section. Added to this is basically the same view that we had, with just a bit of design changes. But yeah, once you're done with this, you're actually able to now view the house. This for us is one thing that we're proud of the most in terms of how much we've invested in this one. So apart from just knowing which room, which place had space, the other issue that we had as Isograft was, excuse me, was knowing which particular room actually had space. So that's why we've added in rooms. So with the rooms feature now, you're not only booking blindly, but now we're giving you specific details to say, hey, look, the room that you're booking, it's self-contained, the bathroom contains this, the room itself contains this. And later on, as the platform is used over and over, we'll be able to show you, hey, apart from this information, here's a person that has stayed before in the room, so that you're able to say, oh, okay, let me give them a call and let me find out how the room was, making it more interactive, and you're actually able to have confidence as you are booking these places. So once you like the place, initially we were allowing you to give them a call, but now we've integrated into it Flutterwave. So what Flutterwave is doing is it's allowing you to make the payments directly from your phone. So let's say Airtel Money, MTN Money, Zamtel, the card, and all of these things will be allowed and accepted in here. The benefit of this is mainly on the landlord side, because as a landlord now you'll be able to receive the payments in one account. So instead of having them pay you in Airtel Money or cash, you can simply tell them pay through Isograft, and then Isograft will handle the movement of that money into your particular account. So let's say if I'm doing it as a business and I don't want it to interfere with my Airtel Money, what I'll do is I'll actually pinpoint my Isograft account to my bank, making sure that all the money that's coming in from my house is entering into one place. The benefit for you guys is mainly just the convenience of it. You no longer have to physically pay. And as I said earlier on, once you've made the payment, you get to the homes page. So this one is where now you get the details of the house. You are able to have access to the owner's WhatsApp, the owner's phone number, the caretakers, and the direction. So with the directions, we've gone a bit deeper. So apart from just giving you the GPS, we'll actually be giving you visual representation of the place. So basically, how do you move from this place? A drawing of some sort, and also just some ways describing how you move. Of course, we've got a gallery that is showing you the photos of that house and the house rules that the house themselves have actually prescribed. Our favorite feature, which we believe is going to allow for an interaction, is the housemates. So in most cases, you find that the people that need accommodation the most are the first years. So in this case, we provide them with a list of students who are actually staying in that place. So if I'm going to move into Panthers, Homes will show me to say, hey, your roommate has got this name, is in this particular year, studying this particular course, and I'm able to contact them via WhatsApp or phone call. I'm actually also able to see my roommate. We believe this is going to be really helpful, especially for parents who are booking for their students, because they'll be able to know with confidence who the person is staying with. And later on, we would want to go deeper into that and generate a profile about that person. Lastly, you're able to see the room that you're currently paying for. So as I said earlier, we've gone deeper with the rooms. We're not only just telling you to book a room that you don't know, we're showing you the photos of how the room looks like inside. We're showing you the capacity. So if there are two of you, it's telling you to say, hey, there's supposed to be 2 of you in here, and then the furniture that you're going to find in this particular room. So in this case, I'm expecting my room to have a wardrobe and a mirror, and then also the bathroom. It shows me, hey, the bathroom that you're booking here has got a bathtub and a toilet. So I'm able to know if it's going to be a shower or it's going to be a bathtub. And then finally, the feature that is actually making this an agent for Isograft has to do with the payments. So with the payment here, what you're doing is you're paying your rentals through this platform. So this is basically a rental payment platform. It means that every single month that you need to make your payments, you're making them through Isograft. Once again, this is very important to how the system is going to be working moving forward, because if you're not paying yourselves through this platform, it means that the information that's going to be on Isograft is going to be inaccurate. So we're heavily depending on the works of the students and the schools to enforce this system so that it's more accurate and more helpful. It can't be helpful if you guys do not participate. Yes, so here you're able to see your last payment, how much you paid, and what method you used. So in this case, it's showing both, but in most cases, it's going to just be showing you one. If you used mobile money or you used bank, it's going to show you there. It also shows you the room that you're paying for. So changing your room will direct you to Isograft, and then it will show you what's available and you'll be able to book. Then lastly, it shows you the history. So as you can see, the main reason why we are doing this presentation is to highlight the fact that we need to work together to enforce this system. If the students are not using homes and if the house owners are not using the house manager, it means that the information that we're providing to you guys, the people that are trying to help, will be inaccurate. And that was the main reason why we held this presentation, to showcase what we want from you and also showcase to you what we've done for you. We hope that this product will be one that will actually solve the problem and get rid of it. Yeah, I'll finally take any questions on the presentation. Yes, Kampamba, you can unmute yourself. Okay. So Kampamba is asking to say, he's saying in the same house feature is not so clear, and we should instead make it, do you want to be in the same house? Definitely. So we'll definitely do that. So we'll change. So what he's talking about has to do with our stage, where you had to click on which house you want to be with the person. Yeah, so basically he's talking about this section here where it's saying in the same house. So definitely change this into a question. Thank you so much for that suggestion. Yes. I don't know if there are any other questions or where I wasn't so clear about it.
Hello.
Yes.
My question is, I know you've brought up the new payment plan, and I think on one of your slides, I saw that you said all payments must be made through Isograft and not through the landlords.
Yes.
I just wanted to find out if the landlords are clear on that, because there's also the option that I saw where you were saying customers or students are able to directly be in contact with the landlords, right?
Yes.
So how are you going to make sure that whilst they are communicating landlord and students, there is no send the money directly to my account and not through Isograft? How are you going to avoid that?
Oh, okay. So basically, the information is only provided to you once you've booked a place. So let's say in the case for, let me start with the first question, why we are saying they should make it through Isograft. So we believe the problem that we're facing is something that is massive, and if people don't use the platform becomes invalid. So by enforcing this law, we're simply not only enforcing it on the students that are using the platform, but also the boarding houses that are on the platform. So yes, indeed, the boarding house owners are aware that the payments have to be made through Isograft. In some cases, students might be told, let's say later on, if they go physically, to say, hey, pay through me and the like. But in that case, we are actually asking the students themselves to refuse to pay through that and use Isograft instead. So they don't have to worry about any extra charge. But the main reason why they're using Isograft to make payment is so that themselves they are helped. I don't know if that point has come across, to say if they are not using it, the information that they need will not be accurate. So we are actually going to push this, not as an enforcement, but as a plea to all our users to say, hey, help us help you, help us make this problem go away. And that can only be done by you using the payments that we've set up. Yes, and then on your second question, where you asked about the information that are provided. So as you can see, this information is actually only available to you once you've made a booking. So you don't get to this page until you've picked a house. The reason for this, of course, number one, so that we can have the payments done through us, but number two, because of this section here. So we believe this information that we provided here is something that is private, so we would like the whole public to access it. So in this case, where we are sure that the person that's accessing this page is someone that actually has paid for this house and hence has got access to the information that they need. Yeah, I don't know if I've answered that question.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so we have, okay, yes. Okay, so we have a question here. Is there a provision where students living in the house can have reviews on how effective the boarding house is and works, because instances where housemates will not be subjected to what is advertised? Oh, okay, yes. So how we've done this is through the house section here. It's still in development, but we've put a section where you're able to highlight your complaints and also your reviews as you are leaving the house. So for the reviews, you're only allowed to give them after you've stayed in the house. So if you log into a house, that's when you'll be able to put a review in there. And then also to avoid someone booking a place that might be falsely advertised, within the next month, once the usage has grown, would like to make this information, not the whole section, but specifically who had stayed in your room previously, available on Isograft. So it means that when you're booking the room, apart from seeing the prices and everything else, you'll be able to see a reference, someone who has stayed in that room, and hence you can give them a call to say, hey, how was the room like? Was it okay? And in that way, you're able to get it from a reliable source, someone that actually stayed at that particular house. Yes. I don't know if that answers the question. Okay, thank you so much. I don't know if there's any other question. We promised this would be brief and would like it to stay so. So if there are any other questions, I'll take them now, and then we can end the meeting. Okay, so I take it there are no more questions. Once again, I would love to thank you for your time, and I would like to emphasize the point that is, if there's any way that you would help us as this update comes out in terms of enforcing it, we're really actually asking for that help. If you're a student, just make sure once the update is launched, you do log into your boarding house and you tell your friends to log into your boarding house. Because at the end of the day, it's your platform. Yes, we are the ones making it, but we're making it for you. So it only works once you are actually helping us out. So as it launches, we're asking that whatever sector you might be in, be it a student or a non-student, you put the weight out there to say, hey, let's all log into this platform so that not only is a problem made easier, but the problem is actually solved. I hope that this presentation showed to you how we as Isograft have solved the problem of finding accommodation. Thank you so much for